Hello and welcome to Chessmate. In this video, I'll be demonstrating algebraic notation. Algebraic notation is the demonstration of each and every box in the chessboard. What I mean by that is, every single box on the chessboard has a particular name. Just like every person has a name, every box has a particular description. It has an identity. So that identity is denoted by this algebraic notation. For easy understanding purpose, I have kept the white towards my side. So the basic of all the chessboard arrangements are in place and the black is towards your side. So the person having the white side, he has the A1 in his left hand. The first box that the rook is placed is A1. So horizontally it is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and vertically it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And all the 64 boxes are denoted by an alphabet and a number. So this rook is placed at A1. This knight is placed at B1. This bishop is placed at C1. This queen is placed at D1. This king E1, bishop F1, knight G1, rook H1. And each of these pawns are present in A2, B2, C2 and so on until H2. Similarly, for the black, the rook is placed at A8, knight at B8 and so on. So this pawn is placed at A7, this pawn is placed at B7, this pawn is placed at C7, this pawn is placed at D7 and so on until H7. So this picture will give you a clear understanding about this algebraic notation. This algebraic notation has been used since many centuries to write down the moves of the chess games. For example, when I move the pawn, I move the pawn from E2 to E4. So I write it as my move is E4. So when I write down the move as E4, I don't write down P for pawn. I'll give you a brief demonstration how this algebraic notation works. So each of the powers, the first letter of the powers are taken. For example, R, capital R for a rook, N for a knight because K is also there for a king. So king is denoted by K, whereas a knight is denoted by N, bishop by B and queen by Q. Whereas the pawns do not carry any alpha denotions. It's simply kept as the box it is supposed to move. I'll come to that towards the end. So if I have to move the rook from here to here, then all I have to mention is R D1. So when I say R D1, that is the rook comes to D1. But there can be a confusing state if two powers, that is two rooks, can have the ability to move to D1. In that case, I can write, for example, so this rook also can come to D1 and this rook also can come to D1. So in that case, I have to mention the rook on which box. That is the rook A. R A moves to D1. So if the knight has to move here, I have to write it as N B5. So the knight from here goes towards B5. Similarly, two knights can move to one particular box. In that case, I have to very specifically mention which knight is supposed to move. For example, I need to move this knight, whereas this knight also can move to this box. So I need to move only this knight. I have to write it as N G to E6. So the knight from the G box moves into E6. So this is how algebraic notations work. I hope I have made myself clear about algebraic notations. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell button to get instant notifications about chess. See you.